This is a quilt video, and I work on these old machines. They're a hobby. I don't really sell them. I will repair one for somebody. This is a Singer 1591. It was made in the late 40s, Elizabethport, New Jersey. And I use this one quite a bit when I'm playing around because I like it. I mean, I have a 201 there on the floor, 1588 over there. There's another 201 in that cabinet, 66. There's an old 27 treadle there. That's what I have in this room. And my wife's going to say, "Oh my God, you didn't, you know." Well, anyway, she's not going to be real impressed. She says I'm kind of messy. But I'm working on a scrap quilt. Just passing time, enjoying the machine, running the machine. And anybody can do this. This isn't difficult. This is easiest form of sewing that there is. And I don't know how big. This may end up being like a lap quilt or a baby quilt. I don't know just how big I will make it in the end. But start with, you just take scrap right here. Strips, scrap, trimmings, little pieces, stuff down to that size right there will work. You don't make much headway, but I like the small seams. I like the looks of that. And the first step is sew a bunch together. You need that, something for a sewing machine, a bag of scraps, and a pair of scissors. And that's all you really need. I use this cutting wheel sometimes to get straightened up, because you have a tendency to get crooked, but you know, you have to get straightened back up at some point, like that block there. You know, I've got one here that's 5-sided. I don't know if it's in the machine, but I sewed a bunch of pieces together. And we'll go get a tripod. I think I'll switch to my GoPro because that has a little better, I don't really have distance enough with this one. I'm going to try to set it up and use both of them and see which one is better. But anyway, this is a standard Singer 15. Takes a standard Singer 15 bobbin. This does have a potted motor. It's not a belt. It's very similar to the 1531s, 88s, as far as, except it was potted motor, gear drive. There was no belt. Doesn't mean it's more powerful. Doesn't mean anything. Not really sure of the engineering thought process behind it, besides there was no belt involved. The great old machine. You shop around, you can find those. Oh, $50 you can buy one in a cabinet. I think I paid $35 for that one right there. I won't say, you know, that was exceptionally cheap. I was lucky to get it there for the shape of the machine. I've got them for free, the 1591s. And I think the most I ever paid was around 70. And it was in an exceptional cabinet. Most of these old machines, you know, well, this isn't a video about machines. This is about a quilt. We'll talk about that another time. Okay, I've got two cameras set up. I'm hoping to get a pretty good footage here out of both of them. I don't want too close. Have my scissors. Now I went ahead and I sewed a bunch of pieces together just to get this started at a smaller scale. Now, you don't need to cut these pieces to get started. We've cut them, a couple of them apart here. Cut this one apart. Okay, you have to keep angles that you can stitch. That might take a little getting used to, so you just go whoop. There you go. Now this one is pretty small in size, and I'd like to keep it that way. So I'm going to cut that one just like that. And we'll cut an angle just like that on this one. Take the next piece. And we'll cut that off. The only thing I have to leave is over 1/4 of an inch for my seam allowance. If I get too small, well then I don't have any seam. You know, you're not going to see it. You're just sewing seam on top of seam. Alright, just take these two. Is that the one I just trimmed? No, it isn't. I don't know what that is. But anyway, take these two. Take this piece right here. Now when you put them together, seam down, seam up. The seam you want to look is in the middle. They're facing each other. And, you know, your front of your fabric, face of your fabric. I don't pull every time, so you gotta cut your thread. We'll do this one here. That was one that two pieces were sewed together on. Once again, cut with this one. That piece of yellow. Cut you a good angle right to nothing. We'll take this piece of red right here. Put this right on like that, close enough in length. Doesn't have to be exact. And you kind of get the idea that you just keep getting bigger. Even that little piece of red right there, this little piece of whatever, there's that little piece we sewed together in the other film. We'll put that right there. Just sweep those little scrids out of your way. Not on the floor because it makes your wife mad. Trim that. See, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces there now. Now let's take this little one that I did. Fold that out. There you go. Smooth seam to smooth seam. You can kind of get the idea of what we're doing here. Take this one off. Trim that angle right there. Okay, we have this piece right here. Now, what you don't want to do is allow yourself to get too big too fast. Keep making small squares and sew them together. Don't try to go for this size because you're going to get too big unless you want bigger ones. I mean, you can do this in 6 by 6 average pieces. You don't have to do this small stuff. No, let's sew that to that one. It's I think scrap quilts were more traditional because people didn't have they didn't have the, yeah, okay, this is a long piece and it's over 1/4 of an inch. We'll throw that in there. That'll make a nice small little stitch piece. I don't think people had the money, and they certainly didn't go to, you know, definitely people that lived in the country didn't get out to the quilt stores all the time. My great-grandmother quilted. Has nothing to do with me quilting, but there's a lady in town that actually has a quilt they put together. They used to, I suppose, social outlet. They'd all get together and everybody'd make a quilt square. I don't know, a couple times a year, maybe 3 times a year, I don't know. And then they would all, see, you've started to make, that could be called the quilt walk. You know, don't anybody tell you any different. Professional quilters are going to look at this and they're going to be horrified. They're going to say, what's wrong with that guy? You don't know what he's doing. I probably don't really care, but, and I get all my material for practically nothing. For one thing, I do repair on some machines, and somebody sees what you do, you know, really nice professional quilters see what I do, and they say, oh, Here, have a bag of scraps. Here, take this home with you. They don't even save me the small stuff because they like, you know, like that, they'll throw that out. Whereas that can be used. That can be used. And anyway, you can kind of see where you're going to end up with. Well, I don't know if anybody found that interesting or anything else, but that is a traditional scrap quilt. You don't even have to use all the same kind of material. You can use flannel, cotton. You can throw a piece of wool in there if you wanted to. I mean, you don't have to be that fussy. Thanks for watching.